Hello everyone, it's Pierre here again from PAFX and another weekly overview. Welcome to all of you, and I'm happy to see that we have so many viewers already. Please share the link, guys, so more people can join the room and have the benefit of this. Welcome to all of you, and as usual, we gonna roll the disclaimer and we're gonna get started. But first of all, I want to thank every one of you to joining and subscribing for my YouTube channel. We just passed 1,000 viewers, which I'm very glad to see. Thank to all of you, all the sharing and the likes and the comments on the video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, without you guys there wouldn't be any channel here, so thank you once again. Let's roll the disclaimer, please, guys. Read it as usual, and be very sure about the risk involved in trading. And please do remember that this weekly overview is not a signal in any mean. I just showing you how I see and how I read the market for educational purpose only. Yeah, and here we go. Before I start, guys, I just wanted to show you the link to my new Telegram channel that been growing very well. It's less than a week old, and we have already more than 600 followers. Thank for all of you that joining, and if you're not joined yet, here is the link, and I'll also put that in the description of the video. Thank for all of you who've been sharing the link of the channel, and it have been a very good start. We had lots of updates, and yeah, a couple or maybe 3 winning trades, depends on which one you followed. That was it about the Telegram channel, and let's get started, guys. Today I am in a bit of rush, so my goal is to try to make this session for about 40-45 minutes only, because it used to be more than 1 hour. So I'm probably gonna be a little bit rushing, but I would not leave any important issues without talking about them. So as usual, we start always with the Dixie, and what happened in Friday, probably not new for you who have been following me. We've been talking about this level for a long time now, since the price breached this level, that we may have some reaction at this area here, around the 93 area. And after the NFP last Friday, we got this good bounce to the upside on, and it gave us a very good bullish engulfing daily candle, which did engulf those 4 days. It wiped out about 4 days of price action, of bearish price action. Did that one bullish engulfing candle change the trend of this market? No, it didn't, but we did talk about this market do need some correction higher. The dollar have been selling off for a long time now, and what we probably seeing now is some kind of correction. We can't start talking about total reversal yet. And as you see, we had a very good base at this area here, where the price did a very good bottom and consolidation here after, especially after this pin bar and this reaction to the upside, the rejection. We got another sideways and consolidation, and then when we got the news, we got this very strong bullish engulfing candle. looking at the 4-hour and the 20 moving average, you see it has been acting at very good support, resistant in the past, and now it's the first time it's been broken since a while. So we may see some more upside on the Dixie, and probably we want to try to see if we're gonna get some correction down for maybe a retest of this broken structure, for another jump higher, for at least a retest of this structure here, or even more to the top of this channel if this level got broken. Yeah, so if we go back to the daily, you see what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this trend line to the downside that gonna meet at this same level where we have also some important structure here. Yeah, that would be a good correction up if the dollar gonna keep heading down somewhere in this area or in this area, are the areas I'm looking for if the dollar gonna bounce and keep heading down. Yeah, but if we go and break that channel, and if we break this level here, then we're gonna have a long-term bullish on the dollar. So far we have to take it 1 week at a time, and if we get another correction and a bounce back up, those are the level we're gonna look at for possible profit taking, or to give us more clues how this market will continue. That was about Dixie. Let's go to gold. Yeah, gold on the daily, guys. The structure is still a bullish structure, even though we did break this channel now, but we have a very important level where the price is testing right now. So next week we have a very, very important week for the gold, because after this hanging man, all these stars here, and this bearish engulfing candle on Friday, that candle did show that the bears did enter the market with strength this time. Looking left, you see the bears wasn't as strong, but the Friday move was a very strong move. We never had a close below the hanging man, which I do like to see. If we go down to the 4-hour, you see that this 4-hour structure now is a little bit weaker. We broke this low here. We never closed below this pin bar though, but I'm very interesting to see next week what will happen if the gold gonna head up for another test to break a new high, or if it's gonna bounce from this level and start heading down towards this area down here. Yeah, as for now, we see that this was the last high on the 4-hour, and then we start making lower lows and lower highs. The second attempt to break this high didn't work either. So very, very important to see how it will react at this level next week, around the 1265 area here. Yeah, that would be when the price reaches that level and start give you some signals that it may not break it and give you bearish divergence. I would say you should try to take a short from this level and see if we got more bearishness in this. If gold do something like this, we get a flag, which we have right now ongoing on the lower time frame, and break the flag, then you have a good chance to reach much lower. I'm gonna show you which flag I'm talking about. This one on the 1-hour and the 15-minute. You can see it much more clear. You see this movement here looks like a bearish flag to me, but yeah, as I said, we want to see a clear break and close below here, and we want to see if it's gonna even close below the 1254 area. Yeah, that would be the perfect signal that we may go back down to 1242 area on gold before it probably keep trading up, because this structure is still bullish structure actually, and we may be in a correction. We just broke this high, also we make a new high, so long term the structure is can be seen as bullish until we break below the 1245 area. Oil, it had a very interesting week last week. After this bearish movement here, we saw that oil try to push higher once again, but we never broke back above this last high. Yeah, you see we had 3 days of sideways, and right now did close at the 49.50. Long-term structure for this leg, this particular leg here, is still a bullish move, but as you see, this down channel here is also, you can say that we keep making lower lows and lower highs still. Yeah, so we should work with this ongoing leg right now for some swing trades. And as you see here, we had this last high and then we broke a lower low here, lower than this one. The next try to break this high didn't work well, and Friday last 3-4 hour candles was on the way up to another try to break higher here. So what I'm thinking on oil, that we may keep looking to see if this high gonna get broken or not, to look for possible try to reach the 50.5 area again, because it looks like we have a pretty nice double bottom ongoing here, and some bullish divergence on the RSI, not much though. I think this market have to show us a little bit more before we get more clear on it, because right now it is a sideways market on lower time frame, but it is a bullish market on the daily, and this particular candle here gonna decide how this market will move. If we got a close below this master candle here, then we should see at least a retest of this neckline or even lower, or if it break this candle to the upside, we surely gonna see somewhere around the 51-52 area again. Okay, let's start with Forex. Aussie JPY. So JPY last week, guys, and the week before, we were talking about the importance of this level that we have. Let's go to the weekly. A good support and resistance flip zone here, as you see, and you see here when it did reach this level, we got this couple of pin bars, and last week we had another bearish close here. Never closed clearly below this pin bar, but it was to the downside, and I'm still watching this particular level here, the 87.4, if it's gonna get broken or not, because that level is now the important support level, and this move to the upside is now broken structure wise, because we have this low lower than this low. Now we have broken the neckline. That what make me probably look to see if this structure gonna get broken, then we're gonna probably see a retest of the lows back down here. Yeah, that could happen if we get a break of this level. Yeah, only if we break that and clear break at least a 4-hour candle and retest. As for now, it looks like this support level is still holding. If we go down to the 4-hour, we can see how that bounce was at the exact this level here, and there is a possibility that we see another try here, maybe a double bottom and another bounce back up to try to break these highs next week also. So very interesting area to look at on this pair. This gonna decide if we're gonna see much more low. Looking at the top of it, it looks like it's rounding, and it probably gonna try to break this support and go down, but we need to see a clear signal of that break before taking any trade. Okay, Aussie USD. Yeah, we've been talking about these couple of rejection here last week, and that the pair is losing momentum, but we never got as strong moves as we had here when the market was in a very strong bullish. You see the candles, they are the bullish candle was very strong, but now on the way down, the bodies of those bearish candle is not as strong, lots of wicks, and you can clearly see there is a fight going on here. Yeah, so what I'm looking at for next week, if we're gonna break this structure here, and if Aussie USD reach this level, this would be the perfect spot to me to try to take another push to the upside as a trend continuation, because actually on a daily level we're still in a very strong bullish trend. And if we go down to the 4-hour and look at this neckline, there is also possibility to see what will happen with this neckline. So there is two levels to look at: the break of this structure here. If it's gonna break, then your next structure to look at should be this level or this level here for a possible trend continuation idea on this pair. As for now, it looks like it's making bearish flag and break them, and make another bearish flag and break them. But you see this is a clear support level that we should watching very carefully next week to see what's going on. So on 4-hour time frame, we had this last high, and then we couldn't break this high, and we start making lower highs and lower lows, and we maybe are seeing now this possible correction down, and maybe could give us a chance to try to take another leg to the upside. CAD JPY. Let's go to the weekly on this one, and you see that we reached also a good supply level here. It has been a good area in the past, and we did break it by a little, but then we got a couple of stars, and this last week did confirm this evening star formation, and the RSI went from overbought and start heading down now. Yes, so very interesting to see if this structure here gonna break next week. Then I think we gonna at least reach the 38.2 Fibonacci, or possibly even more to this structure here that been acting as good support in the past. Yeah, that what I'm looking at for next week. And the best scenario for me is if we go down to the 4-hour, probably if we see this ongoing here give us another bounce to retest this structure again, I would try to jump in and see if we're gonna write this down and probably see the break this time, if it give me some bearish evidence at this level here at the retest of this neckline a little bit higher here. Yeah. So very important level around the 87.500 here, and watch for a break, a flag correction at this level, and maybe another push down to reach this area down here. Yeah. Euro Aussie. Those of you who took those trade ideas in the Telegram on the 4-hour here should make some very good pips. As you see here, guys, we had a nice run to the upside until Friday in the news. We got this bearish engulfing candle. If we're gonna talk about this particular leg here, this move to the upside, this one here, we do have this high now, another higher low, and another higher high. So this ongoing leg now was is a very clear bullish structure. If we go down to the 4-hour, you see that this very strong move to the downside. So the level I'm watching for a possible continuation of this leg gonna be where the price is testing right now, around the this area where we have also the 20 moving average, or if we see a little bit of deeper correction for retest of this neckline, for possible try to take a long from this level in anticipation of continuation of this move that been going to the upside. Yeah, there could be a good spot here to try to find a bounce up again. But if we do break this trend line on the daily, then we're gonna probably see the retest of these lows down here again. Yeah, so 4-hour is the levels to play this on for next week, and where the price is testing right now, or a little bit lower down here around the 1.475 area. Yeah. Euro CAD. It did break this box with a very strong momentum, and now reached this neckline and the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement of this whole move. On this pair, I'm not sure if that would happen next week or not, but I would like to see some more correction down to try to take another move to the upside in anticipation of continuation of this move to the upside. Friday we got a strong push down, but then the price went back much higher again, and if we go to the 4-hour, you see that this fading momentum here was very clear, and then we got the news and this move to the downside. So what we may see for next week here, possible maybe some kind of flag or a retest to break these highs, and another move down would be good to give us at least a correction down to this area here, to this structure here. Even better if we get the correction even lower here to try to take a long. Looking at the start of this move, it was very strong, so I'm not sure if we're gonna see the deeper level, but somewhere in this area should be a good level to try to see if we can find entry long if we got the right reasons on that. Euro sterling. So we are now at that very good supply level that I was talking about last week, that we should be looking at this area and see how this pair gonna react. It have been a very strong bullish momentum on this one. beside this boring sideways here. It was some accumulation here, and then we broke higher, and Friday we got this doji bar here. Yeah, so as for now, the major trend of this leg is still bullish structure. We just broke this last high here, and we did some kind of retest of it on the wicks, as you see here. But let's go to the weekly. You see that we still have this very large area of supply here, and we should keep looking to see if this pair gonna continue higher. Looking at the weekly also, it did break weekly structure here and now entered this supply zone. Yeah, so even on the daily, it is still bullish on all-time frame. On the 4-hour, we did this break, and the price halted here last Friday. Very interesting, but I would probably, if we're gonna to try to long this, we want to see a little deeper to retest this structure here. Yeah, little deeper correction before trying to long it. Yeah, the price is at the supply, and I'm almost sure that we're gonna have lots of trouble in this area. So you want to see deeper correction if you want to play some short-term trade on this one. USD. So we've been talking about this supply level that been broken now, and look at the weekly. You see that we did break all these wicks and all the extreme highs, and last week we got this pin bar here after the news Friday, which make this pin bar even cleaner to see. Well, it is a pin bar, but I would not just trust one candle formation. So we know that the pair been going high for a long time, and probably need some kind of corrections. Yeah, it's still a bullish structure, and for me, I would like it to give me some more correction lower to around this level here, or even better if we get a retest of this structure down here, to try to take along an anticipation of trend continuation. Until, as far as we are trading above this structure here, around the 1.15 area, I think it is still a very bullish structure, and I would be trying to find a long somewhere here at this level or down here until we go and break this trend line here, and this structure, if this structure got broken, retested, then we can start talking at shorting this pair. As for now, the bullish structure is still valid, and I'm thinking to trade it with the trend I see. We can talk about its high and it's very very high, etc., but with a weekly close above the 1.18, it have to show me much more to change my bias to bearish. But once again, a correction, deeper correction, is very welcome. Euro JPY. Last week we had this breakout of the box, but Thursday we got back in the box, and Friday a little deeper. So I was actually thinking when we got this break that this accumulation phase here was over, and we may see another push toward the 132.5 area. Well, we didn't get that. Let me go to the weekly. You see here, this was some kind of consolidation, and I was thinking that we may test higher now. Yeah, we didn't get that. The price gave us a breakout and went back in the box again. Structure wise, we're still in a bullish trend, as you see. Impulse, correction, impulse. This could be a correction, or if it is reverse accumulation to try to take it down, we have to see next week. Until we, as far as we are trading above the 128.5 above this level here, is gonna be bullish on this pair, and probably try to take all the bounces. I will start looking at this level here at first, where we have this flip zone here, as you see, resistance, support again somewhere here. If it keep heading down to this level, I will be looking to try to find bullish evidence and try to trade it higher. Or if it goes and break this level, I will be start looking at this level down here for possible bullish evidence. Until this structure is not, as far as this structure here is not broken, I will keep trying to long this one. Okay, but if we break this box, give us a retest, then we can retest, and of course some kind of rejection and bearish evidence, then we can start thinking for another push to the downside. As for now, I am bullish, and I will, as I said, look at this level first, and if we reach the bottom of the box, that would be another try to buy it again. Sterling Aussie. It performed very well last week, and those of you who follow me weekly on YouTube and the weekly overviews, you know I've been talking since 2 weeks when we got this bullish engulfing here. I've been talking about this level, that we should pay attention to this level and find entry reason short. As you see, it has been acting at very good support and resistance level. Yeah, so Thursday we got this spike fake out here, and then the rejection, and Friday completed this shooting star formation with a close at the lows of Friday, which shows that the bears are entering the market in a very strong way. If you look here, this down move was very strong, this down move was very strong, but the bullish move was a clear correction, because it took so many days to go back up here, and it usually take a couple of or 3 candles and keep heading down. So yeah, I'm still looking at this pair to reach the lows down here, and probably complete this AB equals CD formation for start bouncing back up. This is what I see on this one, but of course for next week, we want, if that would happen, we want to see a break of this structure down here. Yeah, so if you are holding a short, you probably want to take a look at this structure here and see if it's gonna get broken or not, to hold it even more. Yeah, if you're not in the trade yet, then you probably want to wait for if the price give you a flag or something to try to enter, or if it's gonna give us a little bit of correction higher, a retest of this structure up here, that would be also a good level to try to enter, because if it gives you a correction higher, your stop loss should be somewhere above this last high here, and the risk reward would be much better. Yeah, if it keep heading down without any correction, then of course the first area we would to look at are these lows here. Both these lows gonna maybe act as support and probably give us a little bit bounce or a complete bounce to a retest of the broken structure also. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for this one. Sterling Chief. Perfectly reversed at this structure here that I've marked before. You see that it was a good resistant level, good supply level here, where the price did leave very strongly to the downside, and last week we have this great bearish engulfing on Thursday, and Friday did just complete that. Now what we're looking at could be correction down, because you see this wonderful move to the upside never really correct. So for next week we should be looking at, I am very interested of this pair for next week, and I will be looking at this structure here at first, where we have this neckline, and it is, as you see here, it was acting as good resistant in the past. We had some trouble here when the price did pass this area, and as you see here, it did reverse completely when the price touched this level. Yeah, we do also have at that level the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement of this leg. So at first I'm gonna be looking at this one to see if we're gonna get another bounce higher, or if it goes and break this level, then of course I'm gonna be looking at this structure down here, where we have the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement and the neckline, and this structure down here, yeah, that may act as good support for this one. So now this downtrend was over after we broke this high. We have another higher high, and we're probably seeing a correction, another higher low, and continuation up. Yeah, the beast, Sterling JPY. Happy pips for all of you who catch this move. I didn't, but structure wise and daily, guys, you see that now it was another attempt to reach these highs here. It couldn't. The bears did clearly enter the market. The Friday push, it was, if you look at this, it was a retest of this structure here and another push down, and look at that close near the lows here. So a clear strong bear, the bears was really strong. The only thing that we still have a little bit line of neckline here. This low was not broken yet at the daily, looking at this. So that would be very interesting to see next week if we're gonna get break and close below this structure here on the 4 hour. Would be a complete signal that we may see another retest of this trend line. If we take a Fibonacci extension tools to measure this move here, we have this leg, we have the correction of it, and now we have this extension. You see that we may see the extension of this second leg now to end somewhere below here at this level, in this, looking at this structure here. Yeah, when we do have this neckline, we have this major trend line also, and at that level we probably can see a bounce somewhere here at this neckline, and this area has been acting at good, very good support and resistance structure, looking at these levels here. Yeah, So yeah, if you find the entry reason short, you should be looking to target this area here at first, before we know if it's gonna break this trend line or not. So this structure here would be the level to look at. So very interesting week for this pair next week. As you see, not much left to know if it's gonna break this low here or not, so keep an eye on that early next week. Sterling New Zealand. Also was performing very well and reacting perfectly at the levels. The only level we didn't see much reaction at was this neckline, but of course if we go lower time frame we're gonna see some reaction. So you see here, we never made a new high. It couldn't break above this box. We got this clear bearish engulfing and a continuation. So of course we're gonna be looking to see also here early next week, if this gonna break this low here, then we're gonna probably see at least a retest of this bottom down here. Yeah. As for now, we are at that area, and I think if you ask me, I am more of thinking that we may see that move, but of course we want to see evidence and not only what we think and gut feeling. So yeah, some kind of bounce up would be good to a retest of this structure here. That would be a good area to try to take a short and see if we're gonna break this level now and move even lower. Yeah, because we have to have to wait for that to give us a better risk to reward ratio and not only chase the price. You see this move was very strong, and the RSI is at the extremes now on the 4 hour. So any pullback would be welcomed to give us a better entry and risk to reward level. Sterling USD. So structure wise, guys, this one on the daily is still actually bullish structure, and it is easy to see even if you are new to trading. You see that we have higher highs, higher lows, another highest high, higher lows, and this was our last higher high. What I'll be looking at for this pair next week is where we are testing right now, or a little bit lower, if this low here gonna get broken or not. Yeah. Right now there is a very strong hidden divergence going on here. As you see, this low is much lower than where the price is, but looking at the RSI now, this low, it's much lower than this one here. Yeah, so we have a hidden divergence on the RSI that usually signals that there is possible for reversal. But of course Thursday and Friday was two very strong signals that we may see more to the downside. Yeah, so look at this level here for next week, and this last higher low here, and see if it's gonna break it or not. Still, even if we see a break of this one, let's say we see this break, I still think we may see a bounce somewhere at this area from this level here at the neckline, also, and this trend line here for a possible another bounce, or at least a retest of this structure here. Yeah. So 4 hour, you see that we had this A B C D, This second leg here completed at this structure. So look at this level and this level on lower time frame and see if you're gonna get bullish evidence at those levels. If you want to try to take a trend continuation, the long-term trend once again still alive. If we look at the extension of this ABC move here, you see that we have this ABCD that completed at 1.618 at this structure here, which could be a spot for the price to bounce from, or if that got broken, then we have the extension of the 200% at this low here. So we have lower time frame, two important level to look at on this pair. Very early next week we may see some bounces up again from those levels. New Zealand USD. So guys, long-term structure, I see it is still a bullish structure, even though we have this move to the downside. This level was violated but never broken and closed below. The trend line here still intact. We're still trading above even the 20 moving average. So yeah, we know that we were at a good level that we may see reaction from and correction down. But the let's go to the weekly. The trend is a very strong uptrend, and of course it needs to correct some down. So last week it was a bearish engulfing here, and on the daily, the level I've been looking at for next week is this structure down here. Yeah, looking at the RSI, we are heading down now, and to next week probably, if the price reaches this level, that we may look for a possible bounce from this area once again. Yeah, oops. So for me, I'm looking at this level here, where we have this structure here, this structure here, and this structure here that could be acting at good support to see if we're gonna get another bounce up to try to reach this high or even break them. If we get that bullish evidence at this level, that would be very good. If we get a break of this level, then we can start talking about that probably this major move to the upside is over. When we get a break of this level, a retest, then we're gonna see probably the price reach those areas here. For me and how I see it, I will be looking at first at this area here to find a long opportunity from here at first. Yeah. USD CAD. So we've been talking about this level for a long time now, yeah, and I told you guys that we should be looking at this level very well and see if we're gonna see a bounce from here. So we had a break, a weekly close below this structure, so this structure is actually broken now by a weekly close below that. And last week we got a bullish engulfing candle, which is very welcome, because I want to see a deeper correction here, as I've been saying for a while. A deeper correction probably around these areas here to try to short this market for a continuation even lower than this low this time. So this move to the upside is very welcome, and in the mid-week analysis, when we were talking about the 4-hour structure here, I also said, guys, we have a nice looking double bottom and a rounded bottom, as you see here, and I do really like when the price start making those. We did break above the 20 mover average, retested it, and kept heading higher. So short term, there is some trade possibility long on this one until we reach the 1.300 area here, up here. What I want to see next week is if it give me another retest of this broken structure here on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, to try to take a long until these areas up here. Yeah, that would be a good counter trend possibility. If we look at the daily, you see how strong this move to the downside was, and we never got a clear correction. There was very shallow and small sideways correction, some flags. So a correction toward the 38 area here would be very, very good if we're gonna get a good chance to try to short this market from this level up here. Well, that maybe not happen next week, but yeah, we can start looking at a possible correction higher. The faster the better, and we can try also to trade this move to the upside with some cautious, because we are trading against the trend. But this consolidation, the break, and this last Friday close was very good. Keep an eye on the 23.6 at first, maybe, because a strong trend usually don't give us very deep correction, but I would really appreciate it if it make it at this level up here. Yeah, that would be much better place to short it from. Yes, we're gonna do USD JPY. It is actually the next pair. And here you have it, my friend, USD JPY. So the structure, you see, guys, it's a very strong move to the downside, and it is still a bearish structure. No major highs were made yet, but Friday's move was a good move, which gave us a good piercing pattern. As you see here, they usually could be a good signal that we may see some reversals, but not yet. Yeah, we have to see. Let's go down to the 4 hour. If we want to be sure that we can trade this long, I want to see a break of these highs up here. Yeah, so okay, we did break this downtrend line. I can see that, you can see that, everyone can see that. We broke the 20 mover average and trading above it, but still, to be to talk structure, you see here, this was our last low. We did break, it was lower than this area here. We still have lower highs. Even this try here to break this high couldn't close higher, so we have another lower high here. Yeah, so what we want to see is a break of this high and this high here, of course, close above that, retest, rejection, then we can think of more up down on the upside on this one. That would be a nice, if you look at this here, could be left shoulder head, and it give us the right shoulder next week, a retest, deeper retest probably, and a break. Then could be good to start trading this one to the upside. Yeah, so keep an eye on this high here, and this pin bar, it was actually long wicket spinning top. Yeah, the 11 level is 111 level, that you want to see a break above that and close, retest for a continuation higher. Otherwise, I can still see that this may give another bounce down if we never break this high here. Yeah, Let's see, someone was asking about New Zealand JPY. Let's do that one too. And as I said, guys, I'm in a real hurry today, so I would not have the time to talk about many pairs, but we can look at this one. Yeah, you see, it was when we reached the top of this level, it was a very strong sell-off here. What I'm seeing now on the RSI, that we have a very strong heading divergence, even though this low is lower than those lows, but it on the RSI, it's the difference is huge. Yeah, last week we did try to break this last low here that been acting as support. It never got broken really. We got one daily bullish pin bar. I would not short this market from this level, because even though it looks very strongly bearish, but RSI is way down, many red days in a row. I'm not sure that it will keep heading down yet. I would love to see some more correction higher, another bounce back up, a correction higher where we do fail to break this level here, this structure here. If we reach that level somewhere in this area, correction here and rejection from this level, that would be the place where I would be looking for possible to try to short it if it fails to break these highs, since this bearish move was very strong, and it looks extended to me even on the 4 hour. As you see on the 4 hour here, we did reject back in that box, and what making the support here is this structure here. You see that this move here acting as good support level, where the price did find some support and rejected back in the box. We did break this high. Now we have another one higher high. So yeah, short term you can probably look for possibly a flag, a break, and that would maybe give you some more bounce to the upside. Yeah, so I would not short this pair from this level. I wanted to see it to try to reach this area up here, give us some rejection from this level. That would be a good another way to trade it down from the top of this box and see if it's gonna break this time. But you see this 4 hour channel was now broken, and there is possibility that we see some more continuation higher. That is possible. I hope that helped you, Redwan. So guys, that was it. That was all the pairs I have on my list. If you didn't hit the like button yet, please do that. If you do like the sessions, of course. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to it to get notifications every week. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, thank you for all your support, all the great comments you send me on social medias and on YouTube, and thank you for the subscription. As I said, we are now more than 1,000 followers on YouTube. And yeah, please do join the Telegram channel also. It is a very good and fast way to get some chart updates from me. Thank you very much. Trade safe, and see you out there. Yeah.